What's up guys, it's the Devil's Talon here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at how 100T's Arkhram dominated en route to a second place in the most recent Cash Cup. But before I get into this VOD review guys, if you find what I'm telling you helpful or simply you enjoy my content, please drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on post notifications. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, as you can see, we have Mr. Arkhram's POV in the solo Cash Cup, and again, we're going to be taking a look at what led him to be so successful. He's having an absolutely insane season thus far, just winning DreamHack Finals on NA West by the most dominant margin on any of the three big regions, and placing consistently in solo Cash Cups. I believe he actually placed first in the first one, but don't quote me on, I'm not sure. But I believe he has been just on an absolute tear recently. So he got second in the solo Cash Cup last Thursday and then placed in finals on Sunday. So we're going to be taking a look again. So he's over by the Rickety Rig Fortilla area. Another big thing in solos right here, some pre-fight damage. Doesn't really want to commit to anything. He's looking at zone. Cranks. Oh, good block off right here. Amazing piece control. Boom. Angle. Everything. Arkhram plays on such an extremely low sense, but his W keying is very technical, and I absolutely love it. I think he's probably underrated. I would say he's top three in all of North America, not just NA West. He's by far the best on West, and I think it's just not even close. But that piece control there was really good. We catch him in this kind of scuffed edge zone fight. He says he might die to zone. He bakes him out. Oh, man. He baits him out right there with a beautiful... Look at this, the way he takes this right here. Look at this angles. Angles is so good. Let's just take a look at look at the angles right here. The angles are so crisp, so clean. This is just technical. He's such a technical player. I absolutely love it. Let's take a look. We're gonna mute this. Go a couple back. So he knows that he might die to zone. He has to end this fight quick. Look, one pickaxe swing gets it. Chokes the edit, doesn't matter. Cone slide slides back, cracks. And then just finished. He has this right hand peek, and it's so hard for his opponent to hit him, and he gets that huge extra 50 HP he needs. And then so that's a GG's. Really good stuff from Arkhram in this first game. So notice again, nothing too crazy. He's not even W keying insanely in his first Cash Cup. He only has 2 kills in his first game. Gets a nice little snipe crack. Gets another crack on shield. Knows that there's 2 opponents here. Misses a shot. Oh, look at that falling away. So nice. The guy he's fighting isn't too good. Boom. He just dumps all over him. Cracks him. Accidentally drops his scar right there. Everything he does looks so methodical and smooth and planned. So again, protecting himself. Baiting the pickaxe. Gets full piece control. I love the disengage right there. His opponent has him in a box. It's going to be really difficult. Boom. Wall, cone slide. His gun doesn't shoot. And then a little Kovacs.
Oh my God,
The guy unfortunately not really taking advantage of the fact that his shotgun didn't shoot. And the shark is an annoying noise. Is playing out in the back room. The guy gives him a launch pad, so he's going to fly. This player doesn't seem too good. Doesn't take any shots while he's flying in and goes in the awkward part of the house. Playing a little bit mind games. Look at that. Boom. Nice little movement to the left right there with that edit. I'm not going to slow it down and just talk about it, but it's just good movement to the left right as he makes the edit. Boom. Same thing here. He holds that angle. Notice how he's never ever looking at the same wall. Notice how he's never just holding the wall in front with that cone slide. You notice how he's always to the left. His W keying is so clinical. He just dominates here. He must have known this kid was horrible. Make that guy look horrible. I don't know how bad he was. Ooh, he gets cracked right here. It's okay. He's got floppers. Good expansion. Accidentally cranks up a bit. I don't know if he's in a call with someone. He's got 2 launch pads. So I don't think zone is really a concern of his. And he's on a good layer. He could just kind of pad out whenever. He's going to go in cone peak. Looking for maybe a possible win condition. Oh, I love that. Again, you see that? Just predicting that piece control, putting that cone down so he can get a free shot. Now he's on height with an RPG. Gets some cracks. That other opponent that was challenging him, he doesn't even need to use his launch pads. Now he's got a huge RPG. He's going up to these old builds and he's just fragging out. This is going to be an easy win for Arkhram, no doubt. Single tarping out with the metal. Again, not even worrying about a thing. He's got water underneath him. Doesn't have to be concerned with fall damage. Absolutely fries that kid. And knows he's going to get knocked out and he just reconnects. And then just reconnects again. Really just great awareness. Gets a nice huge crack on this guy. And then just pressure. And he's going to just get ahead. I believe he was trying to connect there, but realized there was really no point. And then he just tags. And this is what high ground and RPG can do for you. It's almost impossible to lose. And this guy doesn't cover his sides. And Arkhram is just going to close it off with a nice little shot. And so he lands at Rickety Rid. It's got a launch pad spawn, which I think is really huge. This is a very common peek that Arkhram does. Lacuna Classic as he ducks back. Really good. Notice how he's never on his opponent's wall. Look at the piece control and move it. Oh, this is so good. Let's just take a look at that. That was so good. That was so good. It just, everything looks just so methodical, smooth, controlled. I love his playstyle. So notice how this angle is very, very safe to try and take this wall. And so he ends up doing it again, essentially again. Oh, sorry, I thought I muted. Boom. Never double swings, right? Always looking for a shot. Hits it. He gets it. He's trying to cone slide. He tried to do a triple-headed cone slide. He was unsuccessful there. So the guy edits up and out. He gets a crack and then gets that cone for the piece control, ducks to the side through that edit wall and lets the guy spray through, and he just easily ends that fight. All just do great piece control. So gets a crack and some compact tags. Again, as you see him carrying crash beds. Again, very common. It was a little bit delayed. That was a little bit strange because of the water. Get a psycho into his box, and he just compacts, trusting in his aim. It looks like another game. It doesn't specifically say, but with how many players are left. Oh my goodness, his aim is nuts. And gets a free 50 pot. Oh, almost double swing there, but didn't fully commit to it. But look at again, he's playing on the very cone slides. Boom, look at this angle right here. Knows the guy is super weak. It's another crack and then just finishes the fight. Really good stuff. Look again, same type of angle. This is the biggest thing I want you to take away from this. His aim is really, really good. But man, his angles are even better. His angles. Something you can always do if you see an opponent that only has one little metal, you can just kind of psycho and then dive, but you have to hit your shots. It's really the only thing. Boom, he gets a nice little third party on that opponent. It's the only time you see him go on a wall. He gets coned. Look at the good movement. Again, that was Jamper. Just got signed to LG. Congratulations. But piece control of the wall, cone slide. Look at that. Boom. Beautiful. It's a beautiful example of piece control. It's so many materials. Again, look at that. He's also hugging that dead side again. So he's saving his materials. Immediately switches to hard when he starts getting sprayed. Notices the guy is really high. He gets to go back as well. This is going to be a really good game for Mr. Arkhram. You can already tell he's already kind of on dead side. He's got a tarp he can use. And then boom, beautiful use right there. Save even more materials of the crash pad. Notice how he's kind of just sitting here looking back, maybe looking for a possible frag, because why? He has the crash pad. He can just chill on that dead side and go. Ooh, unfortunately gets cracked. But he's got floppers, so no big worry. It's a 20 kill, or 20 tag, sorry, not 20 kill. Uses all his floppers, doesn't have a lot of mats. Psycho's in, doesn't work. Remember, if there is a ramp, it's not going to work. Gets top 10. Probably not exactly what he wanted. Gets fried a little bit out of the air. Again, moves to the side.
Dude, I'm just getting third party. Like, you're so cringe.
He says you're so cringe. But notice not taking an AR. How strong the combats are. Doing piece control, cone slide. And now he's got the grappler. Again, notice how, you know, not a ton of W keying. Just slow placement. Cerebral. Catches a guy not paying attention. That's going to be an easy refresh for Mr. Arkhram. Gets a ton of wood out of that, especially. Looking at another fortress zone. It goes straight back, so he's just going to literally... He's just going to sit here, hang on low. Look for anyone coming back, which is real smart to do. He's got grappler, so rotation's really not an issue. And gets in right in, also hugging that dead side again, so the zone is right to his left, so he only has to worry about what's in front of him, which is nothing because of the zone, and so he really only has to worry about what's to the right and what's above. And now he has a ton of space. Notice how open this is. Anyone that comes through, tries to look, and then it goes right kind of back a little bit. Unfortunately, gets really fried out of the air a little bit, but he gets ahead. And oh, look. Finds a kind of nice little refresh right there. Again, really fortunate. But only 2 kills. Again, this glider is so good for placement. This mythic glider is so good for placement. Sees the opponent, doesn't get any tags, unfortunate. He has tons of materials to still use, though. And also 1 crash pad for rotation. Trying to bully someone off his lair, exactly. He doesn't want any congestion. Fortunately, it looks like he's going to have all of his mats spread out. Boom, huge. Kills Cadet right there. And so now he gets even a little bit more refresh of mats. He gets to take those minis. Edits down. Gonna get ahead and then look for an angle. It's a 1v1. This guy's hanging in Storm. Arkham's got to know he's gonna be advantage. It's a nice little 26 crack. Fortunately chokes that while the opponent was eating a fish. Again, gets ahead. Uses last remaining material. Nice. Nice wall block right there, and then just a great angle. Good aim right there. And I love the decision not to just run at him crazy and key. He's just off spawn. He only has an assault rifle and a sniper. Hasn't even had an opportunity. And then he sees him running away. The AUG is so good for these mid to long range. Boom. Kills the TTVer right there. It's a nice huge crack as a guy just W keying in his box. It's very strange play by that opponent, but he capitalizes. Look at Arkhram again being ahead here in this end game. Easy one little tag. So he's going to get a few tags, realize he needs this to go. Oh, he kills symmetrical right there, and a nice, beautiful little conserve pad to, guess where, the dead side. Look at that, not even have to use a ton of mats. Very rare right there that his opponent had the floor, so he just immediately places a ramp over his head and backs out. Notice again, using his wood to rotate, and then when he finally wants to get established, he's in hard materials. He has 6 crash pads as well. Fortunately, doesn't get that big of a crack. So I love the double bounce. This rotate is flawless with the double bounce use of the crash pad. That guy, unfortunately, in his box. But again, by him being so ahead and having a good amount of materials, he's able to heal up. Crash pads are something you've got to be using when you're playing in these cash cups or any of these solo tournaments. They're absolutely crucial. Because look, it gets him right in his zone. He's able to maximize his placement, which is all these tournaments are really about. Notice how he's on dead side. He doesn't have to worry about blocking off that side. That saves him some mats. He realizes he's high ground, so he's going to go for it, which is pretty wild. However, he's probably not going to have the materials to be able to hold on to this too long. Good decision to go down there. And again, getting ahead. Shooting out second height. And shooting a kid in wood that's also on the same layer. I'm surprised he's not really focusing that RPG. That RPG is probably the biggest threat to him. Decides to waterfall down. And also crash pad. That was almost scary. This was so unfortunate that I didn't get him there. And then boom, it yeets him up at the perfect time.
Oh, dude, I didn't know he was.
Nice shot right there by Vert. The Kings of West and Extra Gaming. Ooh, this gets a little bit scuffed. Huge crack right there as he got in. Really good read by him. Even a left-handed peek, it just got him surprised. 29, unfortunately didn't get that huge crack. Another huge trade. Boom. Easy. Oh, that piece control move. That move is so good. I haven't seen anyone VOD review that has seen it work, but man, the attempts are so good. It's bound to catch somebody off guard one of these times when I VOD review it. I've seen multiple pros use it, just never seen anybody actually catch that opponent going that way.
I think I'm getting briefed.
It really is getting griefed.
Nano.
It's a nice little free pickup right there, and can probably use that pad. He's getting absolutely fried. It just kind of yoinked up to an end game. I wasn't really prepared that soon. I like the layer switch right there, going to elevation. He's got time to pop the big. And again, look, crash pads. He should know right here not to take the big. That was a mistake I definitely noted when I first watched this. Is when he's in that wood, he's probably going to get sprayed through there. He should have made... Oh, look at that cone. So big. Unfortunately, couldn't catch him. This crash pad was god tier. Again, gets him to a great... Gets him up the mountain with little mat usage. Still trying to pop this big. That really sucks that there was a cone there, but he... yeets his opponent with him. Oh, he got fried. I personally like... I'm going to just talk about that. When you're crash padding, Again, don't just yeet it down below. I find true success that if you just put a ramp like this. So like let's say you're in a 1x1 and let's say zone is this way. You want to face your ramp like opposite to that and throw the crash pad on that, and it'll yeet you in that direction instead of just straight up. And it just seems a little bit more controlled and gets you more of where you want to go. At least in my opinion, I've seen Dubs do this really well in one of the previous VOD reviews. So instead of just chunking it down straight, just make sure you throw it on a ramp so it yeets you, instead of up, it yeets you more at an angle, so you get more of a projectile type motion as opposed to a vertical type motion. Ooh, big crack. This guy tries to pad, hits the top. Arkhram's got to know this. He's got to be shambles. Unfortunately, they wasted the pad that he got.
It was a pull. It wasn't even a hunting rifle.
Again, 2 cracks, so you got to know that your opponent right there is going to be max 150. Box like fish. Again, Pete, what can piece control and 3 ping do for you? Little left-hand peek, but it's okay. He's ducking out back right. I don't know if that edit specifically had a purpose.
Oh my god, wait, no, this guy's literally the worst player ever and I might die.
Real unfortunate right there. Just again, sometimes this purple tag do be hitting like a cotton ball, but again, good decision to sit back and heal. His opponent doesn't pressure. Cracks him again. Notice how you're just not getting a ton of damage. Oh, I love that angle. The guy was really bad.
Nice, dude. Oh, he placed the pad too, dude.
I think his audio is a little bit desynced. Oh, piece control. Box like fish. So wait, what is this play? What is West? Ah, what is launchpad is glitching. Oh, that's so smart. Let's just talk about it. Oh, that was ammo. Let's just talk about why that was 200 freaking IQ. What was so good about it? What do you mean, you know, talent? What are you talking about? What, you know, it looked pretty standard. It wasn't, I promise. Okay, so he finishes the fight on Mr. Drum Cunt. Like, I don't know why drum gunning like a savage. Again, notice again, talk about this angle look. Always one box away for max protection. He gets a nice, beautiful ramp and makes this super awkward for his opponent right here. His opponent holding the wall. Decides to edit out. Unfortunately, tries to get in his pad, glitches out. But now notice Arkhram right here. I didn't even notice it at first watch. He noticed he has that floor. He goes, oh, I'm building out of wood. This is metal. That's my floor. What am I going to do? I'm going to bait like I'm going down here. And then I'm going to take your cone. And I'm going to double edit because I have the floor. And I'm going to just put you in the Taj. Again, so smart, great awareness, and I love the bait with the ramps to make the opponent focus on that ramp instead of above his head, and he can just edit right down. That was a really 200 IQ play in the moment from Arkhram right there. Really good stuff. Something, again, just awareness. He was just ahead of the game, understanding how to fight. It's a really good pop-off game. Oh my god, he just cracked off on that kid, and boom. No shield, unfortunate. It seems to be just 1 or 2 contested. Guy doesn't even... Seems like a lot of kids here. But gets a guy who doesn't have a gun, unfortunate. Oh, gets a nice little charge out of it. Doesn't take the gold hunting, I'm a little bit surprised. Unfortunately, switched to the FAMAS there instead of the sub. Easy frag, and then you see him in a late game on ulti low. Again, rotating in wood, and then when he gets where he wants, oh, he gets a kill that we don't get to see how, and he gets where he wants, and then hard mats. The decision to leave it alone. I like the elevation layer. Ooh, he gets fried. That's sometimes also the problem with crash pads. You just get kind of fried if you got people on height. It's a little bit safer to just place them in your box, in my opinion. Ooh, big crack. But now he's in ahead. Boom. Double box for space. Immediate cone. Doesn't get it off, unfortunate. I love the decision to go back. He's got a nice little double box up here he can kind of go back to. So no need to overcommit. And now, especially since he has a zone kind of going back in his way. Oh, someone unfortunately crash pads. Right into his box. But he has this beautiful mid layer. He's pretty fortunate that things aren't as congested as they could be. Even gets back to some of his old builds. There's a nice little crack. 18. Does he get in? Gets fried from up top. He knows he has to get in. It's a really big shot. Sorry guys, I apologize there was an ad, but there it is, a 109 point performance from Mr. 103's Arkhram. 10 matches played, 2 victory royales, only 4 kills. Again, his placement is 27, so just outside of top 25. He's averaging 10.9 points per game, obviously. So again, really good stuff from Arkhram. The biggest takeaway watching him, his mechanics look they're not fast, they're not flashy, they're just so technical. They're very smooth. His angles are very precise. Obviously accompanied by him being, 5 or less ping player is definitely going to help, his gameplay. But just his angles are what I really just noticed the most. He is just 95% of the time, if there's 2 walls, he's on this left wall smacking at this right wall to protect for an angle, and then he's immediately cone slide. I didn't see one Mongrel Classic. Again, something that I feel like is just too much of an outdated move, and it gives your opponent the opportunity to shot. When you throw a cone in your opponent's box, it's pretty much, it turns into an automatic 50-50. There's very little counters that you can do in that sort of situation. So again, I love the cone slides from Arkhram. I love the angles and his just ability to, again, rotate. All that stuff is just very, very solid. But the main takeaway I want you guys to look at is, again, just when you're box fighting those angles, you see a lot of great pros do it, but he consistently is always on that left side of the wall. That is going to do it for the VOD for you guys. If you did enjoy this video, please drop a like on it, hit that subscribe button, and turn on post notifications. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.